So here I am with a new video. The Eagles lose, blowing a 14-point lead. See, this is the thing. I've been pissed off about it all day. More upset. I don't know how to explain it. Listen, I knew we were going to lose games. Didn't I actually say that in, I think, one of my videos? I said, listen, we're going to lose games. We're not going to go undefeated. No, we're not. Look, the Bills just lost tonight, too. They're 4-1, 4-1. There's no undefeated teams left. But back to what I was trying to say. We're going to lose games. But I said to myself, gee, I don't. This is before the game started. This whole week, all the issues with A.J. Brown and the drama and the problems and the radio and this and that and the fans and everyone arguing, I said, listen, okay, this is what I already knew coming out the gates. They were going to be running the ball. They're going to be passing the ball like crazy. They were going to get A.J. and Smitty and Goddard and even Barkley in the pass game acclimated. They were going to get the pass game going. It was almost going to be like the Steelers game from last year where you came off that Panthers win. It was an ugly win. And even though I can't compare to Tampa Bay one of that because Tampa Bay's a way better team and it was a tough fight. But then we went into the Steelers game and boom, 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 boom. And look, I was correct about that, wasn't I? But all week long, we heard the problems from A.J. Brown, the this and that, the crying, the this and that. And I get it. I agree. I agreed with them. I said, hey, I agree with A.J. I agree with Smith. Smitty finally said something. He's always quiet. He finally said something about the pass game because you have enough talent in this team. You should be putting up a lot of points. You can do it passing. You can do it running. We showed it last year. We ran a lot. We got in the Super Bowl. We started throwing everywhere. But I said they cannot lose this game. This was before we even went to this game to know that it was going to be a 14-point lead blow. We didn't know what was going to happen. I said they can't lose this game. After this whole week, I said they're going to go and they're going to do a lot of passing. I said, and they got to walk out with a win. Because if not, they say winning masks it all. It does. It masks all the problems and the frustrations, and that's why to the public, the media, it's like, why is AJ complaining? Why is this person complaining? They're winning. They're 4-0. They're 4-0. But now, I said they cannot lose on top of all this, and they did. I'm hoping nothing bad comes out of this. I'm hoping it remains the way it is. But I will say this. AJ, Devontae, thank you for waking up this past game. Thanks for waking up the offensive coordinator, Nick Sirianni, everyone, to let them know, we got to pass the ball a little bit. We can do it in the pass game because the run game isn't working at the moment. But I will say this, though, and it's not your guys' fault, but it's pretty funny how we wanted to do this. We get the pass game going, and we went away from our style of football, and we lost. Yeah. And do I really blame it on the pass game? No, the pass game is actually really good. Hurts had 280 yards. Devontae Smith had 116. AJ had his targets. He almost had a touchdown, and that was PI. Goddard had a touchdown. Goddard had some yardage. Barkley had a touchdown receiving. It worked. The pass game worked against one of the best secondaries in the league, if not the best. I would call ours the best, but we don't have a number 2 corner at the moment. We were playing with Keely Ringo and some other guys and whatever. We don't have an actual number 2 corner right now. We got guys trying to win the job, the whole deal, whatever. See, like I said, I knew they were going to lose games. It's just going to happen. But I hate to lose this way. You have a 14-point lead, and you blow it. And you know why they blow it? You can't blame the defense. People are blaming Vic Fangio and all this. Are you guys fucking stupid? Are you ridiculous? The defense kept us in the game as long as they goddamn could. They kept getting 3 and outs. They kept stopping them on 4, whatever it might be. And what happened is our offense went out there, and since they were so predicated to pass, okay, to make A.J. Brown happy and this one happy, you know what happened? It was pass, punt, pass, punt. Defense goes right back on the field, right back on the field. And they got tired and worn out. And it wasn't just pass, punt. It was, okay, you don't have to throw bombs every fucking play. It doesn't have to be a 30, 40-yard pass. You can throw a 3-yard pass here. You could literally use the pass game as the run game. You literally could. Look what Brady did his whole career. Look what Breeze did. they would literally throw a 3-yard pass, then a 4-yard pass, then boom, then a first down, and then boom, 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 and then you can go for the ball. It's not just, and I hate to say that because, like the one play, A.J. Brown was wide open, and you can blame Hurts for the overthrow, and I did at the moment, but then I really looked back on it and said, no, A.J. kind of gave up on the route. I guess he thought the ball wasn't coming to him. I mean, and I don't want to blame A.J., but really, I would think the same thing. If the ball hasn't been coming to me much lately, going all the way back to last year, really, besides a few games, I'm already this deep, and I already beat my man by so much. He was so wide open that I guess I just, but he says he looked around, he didn't see it, and then it just came. Whatever. Another bomb that was thrown to Jahan Dotson. Beautiful pass. I mean, that was a dot, man. I mean, that was literally like it came down like this right into his hand, but he was out of balance. And then Devontae Smith bomb on 4th down. They called some illegal shift, which I'll get to in a minute, whatever. But you didn't have to keep going for bombs, because it was incomplete, or it was, and when we did catch it, it was flagged. There was some issue. And this is so back to what I'm saying. You had the 14-point lead, right? And you stuck with the pass game anyway. Pass, 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 punt. Pass, 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 punt. Pass, 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 punt. Defense gets worn out. They start giving up points. Saquon Barkley, and this is what I mean. You have to use both of it. And you have to use the pass to open up the run now because everyone's teeing off on the run, and our O-line is banged up like hell. These guys are destroyed right now. But back to what I'm saying. In the second half of the game, the entire game, Saquon Barkley only had 6 carries. 6 carries. Weeks prior, 20, 15, 22. Now, listen, I know this game is more about the pass. So I get he wasn't going to get 15 or 20. And you wanted to predicate this game on the pass game. Let's get this offense going. But you didn't have to go away from your style of football. And what I mean by that is that you had a 14-point lead. Now incorporate some of the run, some of the pass, some of the run a little more, pass. I'm not saying just go completely conservative because I was sick of him, Kevin Patullo and Nick Sirianni, them doing that last week and the week prior. I was sick and tired of that shit too. I say go for the jugular. I agree. But it was ridiculous to think he had 6 runs the whole game, right? 6 runs the whole game, 9 touches in terms of he had few passes, whatever. 5 were in the first half, 5 carries. The second half of the game, he had 1 fucking carry. 1. Make it 6 total then. So when you had the 14-point lead, 2-touchdown lead, he got 1 carry? But prior to the lead, he had 5 in the whole half. The second half he had 1. So this was just, oh my God, I'm so pissed off. I'm sorry. It's ridiculous. 1 second. And there's so much issues going on. The O-line's banged up like hell. We already knew that. Lane Johnson is banged up. Landon Dickerson came in with a knee, and then his back got hurt because he's relying so much on his back to keep him up because his knee's still fucked. And now he hurt his ankle. He's all screwed up. They can't run the ball, but you got to keep a defense honest, even if he's only picking up a couple yards of carry. But I think today he supposedly, looking at the stat, I think they see picking up 5 yards a clip, 5 yards a carry he was getting off of the 6 carries, damn near. So I don't know, but this really hurts because of the lead, and there's so much more ramifications to it though. This game, just all of it in one, and I really hope they can get together as a collaborative effort and they can figure this out, and this does not just blow up into a huge problem. I really hope it does not. But I can't believe that they wanted to prove points so much they can get this pass game going, that even when they had the lead and things were going our way, that they went away from our style of football, the style of football that won us 14 games last year, won us the fucking Super Bowl, and won us 20 of our last 20 games. We're 20-0 playing that style. I'm not saying you had to be that, but I'm saying, I don't know, whatever, man. I'm really pissed off. And also I want to get to the referees. I'm not blaming the refs. The Broncos won this outright, and the smart decision to go for a 2-point conversion and getting it, okay. But there was multiple oh my God, man. I'm sorry. I'm so pissed off right now. I'm about to fucking flip, man. Oh, man. The intentional grounding call that they called, it was late for them to call it. It took them a damn minute to finally call it. Then they called it. Then picked it up and said, no, it's not intentional grounding. That was a terrible call. And that's near the end. That's kind of what in the middle of costing us the game. He did that. And then on fourth down, the illegal shift. Another huge call. Illegal shift on offense. On the fourth down, we picked it up. Smitty threw it to him for like 30 yards. They call it back. Now it's 4th and 6, or 4th and longer than that. And now you have to punt it. That costed us a down possession. Then you go, after all that, what was the next one? There was another one. What was it? Unnecessary roughness or whatever. And when Bone came in to make sure R.G. Harvey his ass was fucking put down because the guy wrapped him up and he still wouldn't go down. So he had to put him down. Okay, there's that. I'm not blaming the refs. What I'm saying, it was weird how all these calls came into play when things were on the line. But the refs were terrible all day long, actually. Really, they were. They were awful. Awful. It wasn't just these 4 calls, there's multiple other calls, but these were actually really, really sticking out. And I try to not be that guy who blames refs or say something about the refs or Vegas or this and that. But the last call, that one was more blatant than anything. There was 15 or 16 seconds left, and Hurts throws it to Dallas Goedert. It was clear PI, pass interference, clear as day. It would have put us down at the 5-yard line with about 9 seconds to go. Having at least maybe 2 shots to win the game with pass, touchdown, or whatever. Some kind of plays. They called nothing. The stadium goes nuts. Romo's in the booth saying it. The Jim Nance. I mean, everyone's like online. Like, that's the most clearest PI we ever saw. They didn't call it. Before that, I was thinking, okay, these refs are just terrible. But when I saw that, I said, okay, now I see there's maybe an agenda. Was Vegas on the phone? We don't know. But then again, like I said, I can't blame the referees because it should never, ever came down to that. We fucking blew it. Because we went away from our brand of football. I can keep going forever and ever. You guys just comment on your thoughts. I pray to Christ. I pray to God. I didn't mean to say that. Sorry. I pray to God that we can get back together and figure this out for Thursday because we got a short week and it can't be no nonsense bullshit drama with AJ and Hurts and this and that and in the press conference, oh, it was a miss and this and that and it Hurts. We got to figure out the problem. I don't know the solution to the problem, and everyone's like, oh, they're talking about Brown. I can't take this shit. Okay, let's go, birds, flies, fly. I'm out of here. On to the Giants, man. I'm not that. It's just too much bullshit.